So this is first angle orthographic projection in sectioning. I can confirm that with that projection symbol. So this is first angle orthographic projection in sectioning. Sectional drawing. So let's read the question. Figure 2 shows two primary views of this machine component. So I'm reading. So this is machine component. Draw to a scale 1:1 in first angle orthographic projection the following views of this particular component. So 2.1, you are expected to draw a full sectional front. So when the question says a full front, what is, you are not given the cutting plane, so you must know that the what to call the cutting plane is on the other view and is on its center. What I'm trying to say is that when the question says a full sectional front view, it can be saying a full sectional left, a full sectional top, a full sectional front. When now you must know where was the cutting plane situated. You understand? It should be on the other view, on its center. You understand? So we are given these views at what? At an angle of first angle orthographic projection. So we've got a front and a left, a front and a left. If they are like this, according to this symbol, this is going to be your front, this is going to be your left. Remember, it won't be indicated to you that the name of this view is what, the name of this view is what. And I've got a comment from our YouTube channel. Somebody was like, please can you explain to me how can I see that this is what, this is what. You understand? So that person was like, how can I see, how can I name them to say this is the front, this is the left? So you must understand this one. If I can just bring paper, a used paper. Come on, let's take it. My sister, I'll be you now. So this thing actually starts right from, this is its formula according to first angle. So we are having a projectional line. You understand? I'm now trying to answer that lead there. You understand? Why we're having a Cartesian plane, if I may call it like that. So these are quadrants being counted, and this is the first quadrant, this is the second, this is the third, this is the fourth. You understand? So according to first angle orthographic projection, in our first quadrant we've got a left view. In our second quadrant we've got a front view. You know this. In our third quadrant being counted, and we've got what? We've got a top view. So in the fourth quadrant we've got a line of a line that is at an angle of 45 degrees. You understand? This line is going to help you to find one of these. Should you be given this and this line is going to help you to find this. Should you be given this and this line is going to assist you to get that one. So in other ways, the main view is always this one. The main view is always this one. Understand? So in order for you to understand this formula of orthographic projection first, which means if you are given views that are following each other like this, you understand, with the symbol like this, and the ball is on your left hand side, if I may rough sketch it, this is this first angle orthographic projection symbol. So what separates right from left on this angle orthographic projection is the vertical line. You understand? So remember, the question is not going to tell you the name Angit. That's where our question lies. So which means if they are following each other like this, when you must know what this is supposed to be your front, this is supposed to be your what? Your left. You understand? So, and again, there can be another one below to this one, as well as with this projection symbol, my brother. So you must know that if they are on top of each other like this, when this is supposed to be your front, this is supposed to be what? Your top. Why? Because of you understand the formula of what? of first angle orthographic projection. You understand? So I'm answering that comment which they're saying they are lost. We'll even come to where we are tracing the cutting plane, because I've also received so many comments saying the people, they are struggling to trace the cutting plane. They are struggling where to section, where not to section. You understand? So it actually start right from understanding of your views. You get my point? So again, we've got a third angle orthographic projection, and even in third angle orthographic projection, we are still having the Cartesian plane. We've got our quadrants still counted anti-clock. You understand? So this is the first angle orthographic projection. This is the third angle orthographic projection. So there in third angle, in the first quadrant, we've got a what? A line of 45 degrees set square. So in our first quadrant, according to third. So in the second quadrant, what do we have? We've got the TV, which is top view. You understand? So according to third, in our third quadrant, what do we have? We've got a front view. According to third, in our fourth quadrant, we've got a what? A right view. You understand? So which means if you are given views like this, again, they are following each other like this, should you not be given a symbol? These two gentlemen, they can argue. This one will be like, no, when I decide to say this is my front, this is my what? Is my left. You understand? And then another one comes to say, no, this is my front, this is my right. Which means these two guys, they must go back to what? To check the symbol. What does the symbol tells them? Is it the first angle orthographic projection symbol? Is it the third angle orthographic projection symbol? Which means you cannot do anything here without analyzing these figures as corresponding them with the what? With the what to call the symbol, because sometimes it can be given according to this symbol, but when you read the question they're saying draw it in third. I would like to emphasize that. You understand? So it's very much important. So according to third angle orthographic projection, given views like this, you must know what this is going to be your front, this is going to be your right, because it's now third angle orthographic projection. Again, should you be given on top of each other? Again, so understand the formula of orthographic projection. What is on top of each other like this, which means this one is going to be your TV, television, top view. This one is what? A front view. You understand? So that, and when you now draw, you don't just draw any view wherever you like. You follow the protocol. You must follow how do you draw them. You cannot just draw wherever you like. They're supposed to be in that pattern of that particular symbol that they are talking about. You understand? So I think I've answered your question, my sister, and then we'll also look at it when we go on. So let's start. I want us to do this one, simple, straightforward. I want us to do this one. So like as I was saying, the question was saying draw a full sectional front. Okay, so of cutting what? Like I've said it already, that the cutting plane is actually at the center of the other view. Please note that this is the printout and my printing machine is out of order. That is why it's a little bit too dark like this. And guys, if you are sending us picture, I would prefer you send a scan one. Yeah, I think it's better when you scan it, you understand, not just a photo. Understand, because some of our cameras are not actually the photo, it will be black like this, you understand. So 2.2, draw a full sectional left view on the cutting plane XX. Left view on the cutting XX. So you cannot read the cutting plane XX. Do you see that the XX is situated at your front view? Talks about what? The left. I normally used to say withdraw what is being pointed by an arrow. You understand? So the arrow pointed, this is what we are going to draw away on thereby when we're dealing with 2.2, which talks about left. So you cannot correlate XX on your front. because I've seen a student, they will be like, they want to relate the cutting plane, for instance, YY on the very same particular view. You understand? So YY, it can never talk about the front. XX, it will never talk about the what? The front. So XX talks about the what? The left. That is why I normally used to say, be given views like these as well as cutting planes, we can be able to interpret the question, because by looking at this YY, it talks about the what is supposed to be under your front is your top. What's supposed to be under your front is your top. So basically the cutting plane of YY talks about the full sectional of the top. So let's see how are we gonna get this. And when you double check 2.1, they're saying 8 marks, 2.2 8 marks, 2.3 9 marks. So because of it's a little bit complicated to draw the missing view, you understand. But then let's start, and we are going to draw these views simultaneously, so that we make our work simple and straightforward and accurate. So let's draw together, and using a scale 1:1. Using a scale 1:1. What else? So let's start. So before you start, my brother, double check the orthographic projection. Okay, this is the first angle orthographic projection. So which means I must keep my space. I must start my what to call my front view on my upper left hand side of my drawing sheet. Upper left hand side of my drawing sheet. Which means I can start my what to call my front view here, so that I know I'm gonna have enough space for my left and enough space for my what? For my top. Should you start it at the bottom left hand corner? So you're gonna you have your front, your left. How about your top? Like as I've said, that you don't just draw this any way you like. You have to follow the formula. You understand? So the top's supposed to be under your front. So you cannot just draw the top wherever you like. You understand? So let's draw. Okay, let's start to draw. I'll start with this one. So which means right here, my brother, I can just draw a horizontal constructional line from here to right there, out of dimension, and another one from here to right there. So where they are perpendicular to each other, and then I'm going to record what? I'm going to record 46, and the 46 from here till here. 46 is my 30mm ruler and my calculator. So 46, 46, 45. I'm looking for 46, which is that one. And that is the half of 46 is 33, 23. I'm getting 46 is 46. That's 23. 20. There is my 23. You understand? So now let's go. Where is this one? And then I can then have a vertical center line. Vertical center line, as well as the constructional faint line going down. Okay, then from there, so this corner, it should be good as if it's somewhere there. You understand? So somewhere there. And remember, I'm answering 2.1, which they said a full sectional front. So if we cut here, and you can actually see that there is a gap of 2mm. So which means the hacksaw blade won't be cutting anything from here. Goes till right there. So it's like a gap like this. So if the cutting plane run through that gap of 2mm, it won't be cutting anything. So from here till right there, the hacksaw, it won't be cutting anything. So if you can trace this one from here till right here. So which means this part of my front, from here till here, from here till here, I do not have to have any hatch there. I do not have to have any hatch there according to the full sectional front view. So the hacksaw then, it will then start to cut from here till here. From here till here, it will be a hole, which is that one. Then from here till here, it will cut. So which means from here going down, I must have hatches, you understand? So, but then you'll understand better. For now, draw the skeleton, the outer skeleton, outer of it. Okay, so what is going to happen now? So I can record the dimension now from here till here. If I can divide again, 25 divided by 2, 12.5. 12.5. This is 10, 11, 12.5, which is between 12 and 13. I mark it 25 and I mark it 0. And then I can have constructional line going down, and another one. There it goes. Okay. Then from there, so this one from here till here is 25 angit. So which means it's good as if it's diameter 25. I can simply open my drawing canvas to this half. From here till here is the 25. From here till here. So now I can just mark here so that I get this horizontal center line. This horizontal center line, then I'll draw it very long. There it goes. So that it also has helped me this side. It must also exist there by our left when we are now there by 2.2. You understand? So I can now place my drawing canvas here to the center, to here. Then I draw dark. There it goes. Which is this one. Then that one is diameter 10. Diameter 10. So you must have this stencil ruler to make the work simple, straightforward, so that you try by all means to be fast. Diameter 10, which is that one. Then from there, my brother is gonna go down up until way from the center till to that horizontal center. We are also given 25. You understand? So simple, straightforward. 25, which is that. Then at that 25, I can draw another horizontal center line, which is the main horizontal center line. You see, I draw it very long so that it also helped me here at my left view, and I will stick together. So from there, what is going to happen now? Since I've gotten this one, we are told that okay, so from here till there is how much is diameter 30. So 30 divided by 2 is going to be 15 this side, 15 this side. And what I normally draw it like this. I'll draw it like this so that I will prefer to draw it as a diameter. You understand? This is a diameter, so I must draw it as such. I do not have to just draw it as a straight line, as seems to be. You understand? So in other ways, I'm simply saying I'm coming across with a dimension that is a diameter. So I have to draw it as a diameter, and then from there I construct the lines, the circumferences. Okay. So now if I'm to such an extent, I've already correlated this one from here till here, which is 46, and then from here till here is 29. My 46, and here 29. That one. And the 29, what does it gives me? It gives me the horizontal, the vertical main center line. So I can draw it very long down so that it also help me down there when I'm now drawing the what you call the top view. Then after that, there is another 29. 29, which is that one, 29. Then after I've gotten that, there is another constructional line going down. After the constructional line going down, there is a 46 again, and I must also get the what? The half. So 46, 45, this is 46, and the half of 46 we said is 23, which is that one, and it. So I can draw the center. There it goes. Then I draw. Remember, I said to you at the moment we are still drawing the outer skeleton. The outer skeleton. You understand? So 46, 29, 29, 46. So tolerate them like the way as I've just done. Don't add them and be like, I'll just draw it as a straight horizontal line like that. You'll be wasting your time. Why? Because of this point where your 46 end, you still need that point. Where your 29 start and end, you still need that point. Where your 29 second one, so you tolerate them one by one, like as I've just done. Understand? So we will be having another diameter 10 there, which is going to be this one. And then what you've done that side, you're gonna do it this side again. There it goes. Then from there, which means our front view, in terms of its horizontal dimension, from here till here is supposed to be from here till here, and it. So I do not have anything. So now I can record the what called the 20 millimeter. The 20 millimeter. So we separate our views with 20 millimeter. Let me explain that. So you remember this method when we draw this. When we draw this, we used to have a Cartesian plane, isn't it? We used to have a Cartesian plane like this. Then from there, your teacher is going to tell you that you record 10 millimeter from here till here, and draw a line that is dark. It's going to tell you that record 10 millimeter from here till here and draw a line that is dark. Record 10 millimeter from here till there and draw a, not dark, in fact, a faint. Record another one from here till here, faint line. So then he or she is going to tell you that, okay, if you have teeth such an extent now, now draw your what you call your front view has to, if let's say your front view it was just a square, and it's going to tell you that your square is supposed to be touching like this, not under. You understand? So supposed to the bottom right hand corner of your square is supposed to be like this. Your left view, you start to draw your left view right from this. So with this, I'm trying to emphasize this one, that this is actually starting from grade 10. We were told that, okay, from here till here is 10, from here till here. Can't you see that from here till here is 20, which is the law of orthographic projection? Separate your views with 20 millimeter, of which is what we are doing here. You understand? So again, when you draw your top, from here going down, you can draw your top. Should you be drawing your what you call your right, from here going down, you can draw your top. I mean your what you call your right view. So in generally, we separate our views with 20 millimeter, because from here till here is 10, from here till here is 10, from here till here is 10, from here till that's 20, of which is what I am doing here. So I'm saying now, from here till here, remember this one is gonna go up like this. So from here till here is 20 millimeter. It's not just any dimension, my brother. Remember, all the question from question 1 till question last must fit in one drawing sheet. You understand? So from here till here, that's my 20. So then I can begin to draw to draw my left view. But then I have to be careful in terms of how do I start it. I have to get the true what you call width, because from here till here is length because of its front angle. It's front, from here till here is length. So in my left we do not have length, we've got breadth or width, you understand? So from here, what is the complete, the longest is what is 52. So I have to record the 52. You have to be careful, because if you are not careful, you'll then start to draw this one right from exactly here. Then now when you go down, that's when you're going to realize later that, oh, what, this one seems to be getting towards my front view. Understand? So you have to be careful of that point. This is actually a center line. Seems to be it's now a straight line. So from here I can record my what? 52. This is 51, 52. Understand? So just extend my center line then. So when you say 55, 2 divide by 2, you are getting 26 and it. So there is my 25, 26, which is going to be the vertical center of my left view. You understand? So the 52 ends here. I construct a vertical constructional line. Then the half, I can draw the what you call. Okay. Remember, my intention was to draw this part, but do you see where I'm finding myself now? Understand? So where this horizontal center line intersect with this one, I can now draw what seems to be challenging me there. What did I say? I said I'm avoiding to draw diameter 30 as a straight line. I have to construct that diameter 30. You understand? So 30 divided by 2 is 15. Take your drawing compass, open it to 15 millimeter, which is the center of 30, which is this one, my brother. So now I can come and place it here, and then I draw it dark this side. But for now I can just draw it faint here, since I'm not quite sure what is happening this side. There are some lines that they will disappear or what. Understand? But this one bottom part, I'm 100% sure is going to be dark. So all the lines that I'm not quite sure at the moment, I'll draw them faint. You understand? So from there I can now come back and take this point there, this one, take it vertically, horizontally, as well as that one horizontally. So what seems to be challenging me there, what I've been avoiding, that 30 diameter 30, I cannot draw it as a straight line or vertical straight line. So now I've already gotten it, so I can come back and have this one from here to the dark, which is this one. It's not clear. Which is this one. I can have this one dark now with that favor. Solid here. And solid right there, which is this one, and get this one and that one, even now this one and this one, from here to right there, and from here to right there. Okay. Then from there, what is going to happen, my brother? Take these ones vertically down as much as you can see them. They are going down from that center, going down, going down, going down, going down. So just take them. Faint down, faint down. Be careful. This one's already there. This one's already there. Are we together? Then from there, what is going to happen now? I can have this one dark from here till there, till there, till there, till there. It's which one? Is this one? From here till there, from here till there, from here till there, from here till there. So what is this one? Remember, this one talks about the outside front. If it's like this, this is an outside front. This is an outside front. So we cut to expose the inside view, and the dark line, they will disappear. dark line, they will disappear. Then the faint line, they will become dark. Sometimes, sorry, not the faint, the chain line or the hidden line. For instance, this one, they will become dark, but it's not always like that. Sometimes dark line, chain lines or hidden line, they also disappear. You understand? Okay, so with that, I can come back and have this one dark now. From here till here, from here till here. Which one is this one? This one, from here till here, from here till here, from here till here, from here till here, it will disappear. So from here till here, from here till here, from here till here, it will disappear. I've already tracing the cutting plane. You understand? So, because what is this in our left? You understand? This one is that one. Do you see that it's a little bit down compared to that one? So now, if we cut this, we separate it. This part of it, this part of it is gonna go out with an offcut. So we draw what is being pointed by an arrow, which is XX, pointed by an arrow. So this part, then we are not going to see it because it will be beyond. You understand? It will be beyond. So of which is what we do not draw it. Understand? So now that is why I'm saying it's going to disappear like that. Then from there, where are we? Where can we go? So now have it dark here as well. Be careful here, my brother. And I can come back and have this one dark again. Dark again. Okay. Then from there, what is going to happen now? So this one, so I can come back. Should you not be given a radius of this, you know, if you are not given a radius, and then we are going to use this one. Okay, now we are told that from here till here is 10 millimeter. From here till here is 10 millimeter away, right from here. You understand? So let's get that 10 in both sides, which is this one. It's already that one. So from here till here is 10 millimeters. See, so if it's 10, even this side is 10 millimeters. So if it's 10, we're gonna get it like this. So that goes solid just a little bit. So even this side. Just a little bit. Okay, then after that, what is going to happen now? So from here till here 16 millimeter, and get going in 16 millimeter, 15, 16, which is this one. So after the 16, get a vertical constructional line, which is this one. Then 16 millimeter. Then after the 16 millimeter, so this line from here till here is not going to disappear, my brother. It's not going to disappear, but this one, it will disappear. It will disappear. So this one, it will remain. Remember, this is like a supporter. Who's telling you that it's a supporter? Double check your left. So this is that one. Is that one. You understand? It's supporting this whole shaft, which is when you are looking at your front, is this one going inside the page. Understand? Who's telling you that nicely is your left view. It's of a length of what? Or a breadth or width of what? Of 52. So 52 from me going inside the page, you understand? So this one, it will remain, my brother. It will remain. So I can get it. There it goes. Like this. Then after that, there is a what? A thickness of 7 millimeter. 7 millimeter. So from here, it's my 0, 5, 6, 7. Once I've got get to the 7 millimeter, I can have it, construct it very down, and can have this one now from here till here. Remember, I have this corner and it, which is this one. Just this one. Then from there, so what I've what I've done here, I have to do it this side. Understand? So 16 millimeter from here till here. Let me see, 16 millimeter. So this one is the first one, and it. So from here, from the first one, because from here till here is the 10 millimeter, which is that one. So from the first one, 16 millimeter. This is 15, 16 is this one. So I can mark here after the 16, there is 7, 5, 6, 7. It's that one. Understand? So after that, construct them vertical down. There it goes. There it goes. Okay, so I know that this one is going to be like this. There it goes. So this one is going to bend like this. So it's going to start right from here, goes down like this. Okay, so when you double check, yeah, we've got a diameter of 18 millimeter. You understand? So get it once we have, do we have 18 here? 18 is this one. 18 is this one. So I can draw it. For now, I'll draw it faint here. For now, I'll draw it faint here because there is a gap there. Understand? So I'll just draw it faint just a little bit, so that now I can take this circumference horizontal towards my front view, as well as this one towards my front view, so that I'll have this one dark from here till here, dark from here till here, dark. It's matching component till here, dark till the dark. Where's my wiper? Where's my wiper? You understand? So simple, straightforward, my brother. Then from there, it's this one. So what is going to happen now? Where are we? So we are done. We are descending, going down with it. Going down with it, going down, going down. So since I'm having the vertical center, which is that one, 29 this side, 29 this side, which is this one, and it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go down up until at that one. Let's get this one. So this one is what is against. Is this against? I think is this against or 80 TikTokers? Let me see. Do you think is this against or what? Or 80? 60, eh? Yes. Remember, this is the printout. Yes, I can see, which means people are with me. They are saying, no, that one, don't worry, is 60. So, which means we are drawing together. So, the 60 from where? From where your 25 ends. Remember, your 25 gave you what? That horizontal center line, which is this one. So, I can record the 60. So, from here, fifth, I'm looking for 60. It's that one. Then the 60 give me what? The horizontal bottom center line. So draw it as a center as well. It goes. And you don't stop here. Further extend it towards up until it cross over your left view. You understand? Okay. So if we cut here at the cutting plane, which is going to give us the full sectional what to call front view. So that whole of ours is cutted as well, which is diameter 22. So we are still going to see it clearly like this. So draw it, diameter 22. Are we having it here? 22, which is this one. Since I'm having both of the vertical and the horizontal center lines of mine, it's going to be very simple for me. That goes. Then from there, how about this one? Then if we cut here, this is diameter what? Diameter 35. Diameter 35. So this one, my brother, double check. From here till here, it's supposed to disappear. From here till here, it's supposed to disappear. We remember we draw what is being pointed by an arrow, and the arrow of what? Of that cutting plane, which is actually situated on your left view, not of the XX, not of the, somebody might be like, the XX is not the XX. The XX talks about the what? The left view. You understand? So if we trace the cutting plane that is going to go through this, goes, this one must what? Must disappear, and this diameter what? 35. So if now I want to draw it diameter 35, which is this one, diameter 35, 36, this is diameter 35, and get it, align it nicely. So I'll draw it faint this side for now, but from here till here I know what is going to be done. So faint for now this side. So after I've drew it like that, take this line towards your, what to call your left view. Take this point towards your left view as well, of the inner one, this one as well, of the inner one, the last one of the inner. Do you see that you are completing your what? Your left view already. If I like, I can now do even like this. That one, I've already gotten it. Which is that one? Which is that one? From there to there. Remember, from here to there is the dimension that you tolerated it after you dealt with what? With the separation of 20 millimeter. From here till here you said 20, and then from here till here you said 52. And I'm trying to be fast. Okay, then let's go step by step so that we don't confuse ourselves. Our aim is to collect this whole 8 marks before they say time up inside the examination center. You understand? Okay, we've through this one, and then now we're gonna come to this one. So I'll just extend this constructional line even this side. So what I supposed to have? So this one I'm already having it there. We are told that use what? Radius 35. So 35, come back and have this one nicely where they are perpendicular to each other. This one, you see, where this horizontal line perpendicular to this one, when I can point it nicely here, where this one perpendicular to this one, they will be perpendicular somewhere there and get. So now just open my drawing compass to 35, radius 35, and get 35, which is this one, my brother, this one. So now I'll come and place it where they are perpendicular to each other, which is this one, and I mark this side. So from here till here 35, and I also mark from here till here 35, from here till here 35, and then from there I can just now draw this line. Where is this other one? Where is this other one? Okay, now just have a constructional line faint that's going to behave like this, and another one that's going to just cut this one. So why I'm taking it too much long? Because of I'm still going to need the very same 35 this side. You understand? So now I can simply place my drawing compass where they are perpendicular to each other, and then start to draw. There it goes. Simple, straightforward. So I can now come and join it here. There you go. Then it's going to be just a horizontal constructional line straight somewhere there. Again, so what I've done here, this side, my brother, I'll come and do it this side now. Remember, from here till is 10, which is going to go down, So from here till here is the 35, of which is what I've done it. Understand? So you do not have to double record dimension, which is this one from here till there, which is this one from here till there. Then now just come and place it and mark this side. So from here till here, double check, from here till here is 35, which I just mark there. Then from here till here 35, from here till here 35, from here till here is already 35 and get. So from here till 35, I'll just come and mark there where I'm supposed to place my drawing compass, and then I can place it here. And remember, when you are throwing away this drawing compass, when you are throwing it down, it might easily lose. So you must always double check, my brother, and get this is it, this is it. So I can now just draw dark. And now I can come and draw it dark now from here to right there. Then now there it goes. Okay, we've already gotten this one and this one. So we are actually given everything here, my brother. So this one they said to use radius what 20. So it's going to be 20 nala say we oh ngapha bathu bani u13, so ngapha bathu sebenzisa u13 mhlekazi. So apha kuza about 20 kube u13. So let's do it. So remember, bese ngishilo ukuthi ukusuka la uze la is going to disappear, kusuka la uze la is going to disappear this one, it will disappear this one, it will disappear this one. So you do not have to bother yourself even to draw them. You understand? Because I once received a question and then somebody was like, so that one is read as what? Is read as what? Say, please tell me that one is read as what? Why do you have to bother? Because of it will disappear, my brother. You understand? So it's gonna go up until we double check this one. So we have to rely, let's start with this one of radius 20. So is that one just extended just where they are perpendicular to each other, which is this point, perpendicular to that one, this one perpendicular to that one. I will then open my drawing compass and open it to radius 13, which is this one. 13 angiti. Someone is saying I'm too slow on Facebook. Comment, am I too slow, guys? Am I too slow? TikTokers, am I too slow? So we are opening what 13 angiti. This is 12. I'm looking for 13, which is this one. Someone say no tando. He's saying no, I think you are fine. Yeah, okay. I'm moving at this just normal pace. Okay, so this is 13. So I come and place my 13 here, right here. Be careful. So I mark here and I mark right here. Come and place it here. I mark here. And there is no need for me to mark here since I've marked here. Why? Because I'll just take the horizontal constructional line like this. Then now the perpendicular against this one, just very close to this one, just that one, even this one, just that one. So I can place my drawing compass right here. Then I draw an arc that's going to behave like this. In this side, it goes, there it goes. So I can have this one dark now from here to right there, which is which one? Which is this one, my brother. This one, that goes, do you see that it's a horizontal straight line? Okay, so now to get this one, so we'll simply just open our drawing compass to 7mm, because it's of the same thickness. If from here till here 7, from here till 7, even from here till here still 7, and get. So I'll just, I can even do it with this drawing compass. Just open it like this to this thickness of 7mm. Then I come and place it here. There it goes. That's the thickness of 7mm, and get. Then now I can just get a horizontal construction line. Okay, then after that I can then come and mark where this one perpendicular against this one, which is that one, and it. So this point is good as if it's down there, my brother. It's good as if it's down here. So this point. So after I've gotten this point, come and mark it even this side. Allows a low thickness ka 7 angeti. So that goes from here till 7 angeti. So after I've gotten that, I can come and record the radius, which they said strike that arc of using what radius 20. So now I can simply open my orthographic compass to 20. There's my 20. Then I can come and place where they are perpendicular to each other, which is exactly there, exactly at this line. And from now place it, it's just a little bit down. Then I can take it horizontally. There it goes. So it's a little bit down, just a little bit down. Now I can place it here, further extend till here, and then I strike an arc. Oh no, good, okay. Since I've gotten it like this, I won't even hesitate. It will be accurate. So there it goes. I can even use a vertical, because it's still a vertical going down line. So what you've done this side, my brother, you come and do it this side again. Where's your throwing compass? Remember, you have to double check, because the time I was throwing it down, it might easily lose and get. So the set is 20. See, now it's 19.5. You see, so it's very much important to double check your throwing compass, which is this one. So I strike an arc from here till right. You see how accurate it was. So there it goes. So there it goes. So after this one, it will be just a little bit of a horizontal straight line, as you can see it right there. Then how about that one? So that one is going to be this one, my brother. Everything that is here on your ruler is here for the reason. You see, now I'm going to align this horizontal straight line using this one. So there it goes, just a little bit up. There it goes. So I can now draw it. Once I touch the circumference, then I stop. Simple, straightforward. So what you've done this side, I'll come and do it this side. Remember, I said I'm drawing it faint now. So now I think I'm having a light. There's the horizontal line. So I'm aligning the horizontal line using the inner. So now, but do you see that my arc is getting a little bit out, which means the arc that I'm about to strike here, it might be inside. So I can shift it just a little bit up until it just touch. So because what I'm about to draw is just supposed to touch. You understand? Just like this. Then now I can bring my drawing compass. Oh, come on. Then I come and place it here. Oh, remember, I didn't draw this with the drawing compass. I drew it with this one. So I have to be careful. The set is diameter 35. Also 35, which is this one. 35. I drew it like this and get. So now I can come and have it dark now clearly, nicely till here. Even this side. From here to right there. Drawing is interesting, guys. It's interesting. You understand? So now from here till here is supposed to disappear. However, I've constructed it as a faint line. So faint line, you cannot struggle to erase a faint line. You can erase it, or you can just leave it like that. You understand? So Zandile Dube saying, Mr. Nkosi ebusuku kangaka kodwa kwenze njani bakithi. Yeah, we didn't have time. So JP is saying my flop is that I don't know where to section. Don't worry, my brother, just stick around. We are going to do it together. So thank you so much, my brother, for sharing the lives. I can see you guys are sharing the live. Thank you so much. I can see you guys are double tapping your screen. Thank you so much. I can see you guys, you are commenting. Thank you so much. I can see you guys, you are gifting the account. Please, please, please. I can see whoever has gifted the account. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. I'm talking with the group of TikTokers at the moment. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. So Kibe saying, oh shit, technical drawing. Yes, 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 my brother. I'm just trying to scroll up. So Tando was saying, no, just use an AutoCAD. This is what, yes, of course you can use an AutoCAD, because if you read the instruction, they'll say use a drawing instrument or AutoCAD. But this is a school, so majority of the schools, they still don't have AutoCAD. In a sense, they're still using they're still using the drawing compass. So Mo was saying no say. I don't know, was saying no say in terms of what. And then Notando was saying no say. I think it's the time when you're replying me. So you're saying hello, is this drafting N4? No, is this not drafting N4? Remember, we've passed on drafting N4. Okay. So Kipro Technical saying drawing and design. Yes, my brother. Okay, let's try to continue. And then Kipro saying first angle orthographic projection. Okay, that is it. Let's try. So that is it. So now we can section. If we have through till such an extent, then we can section. We can section our full sectional front view. So remember, when you section, you start from a solid line to a solid line. When you section, you start from a solid line to a solid line. You start from a dark line to a dark line. Your hatches, they must start from a dark to a dark. So as we are about to start to section, we are not going to section. Your section, they mustn't start from a solid line to a chain line, or from a solid line to a hidden line. So you cannot have a hatch line that can start from a solid to a hidden. So like that is incorrect. I used to see people doing like that. It's incorrect. You have to get rid of that line, whether it disappears or it changes to be dark. So your hatch has to start from a solid to a solid. It cannot start from a solid to a hidden line. You understand? So now this section. Remember, we said the hexo from here till here is not going to cut anything. So we section where the hex was cutting. Are we together? So I will expect people to start fumbling here. You understand? A student can commit a mistake, maybe sectioning here. You understand? But if you see a student sectioning here, if you section here, it shows that you are out of order. You haven't yet analyzed your cutting plane thoroughly. So we section where the hex was sectioning. Understand? So you cannot section here first of all. Even if this was closed here, you cannot section here, because from here till here it's a hole. Who's telling you that? It's your left view. The set is diameter 18. So yeah. So if let's say we want to section this one, let's say from here till here is the thickness of this hole, angit. So when we cut it, I'm not saying we are cutting my finger. No? When we cut here, because these fingers are very much important, when we cut here, we are going to be left with what? Where is that one? Let's say this is this finger of ours. How can I draw it? With its thickness. Understand? When we cut like this, do you see that it has got its thickness, which is this one from here till here. So from here till here, it's a hole, as such that you can put a shaft and it. Someone is laughing. Yeah, I'm telling you, my brother. As such that you can put a shaft here. So it's a hole. So from here till here, the hexo will cut. From here till here, it's a hole. From here till here, the hex will cut. Which means in a paper now, from here till here, it's a thickness of that metal, or of that pipe, if I may call it like that. So from here till here, it's a what? It's a hole. From here till here. So if I can draw this one, you are going to have something of this nature now. Something of this nature. You understand? Isn't it? So being sectioned here, you understand? So it's cutted like this. So where's the other part? It is left with an offcut. And it is left with an offcut. So now we are left with this one. So we draw what is being pointed by an arrow. You understand? So from here till here, the hex was not cutting anything. So of which is what is going to happen here. Of which is what is happening here. So from here till here, the hex was not cutting anything. Remember, I've explained to you that it's like a gap. It's like this. It's like a gap. So the hexo plate was just going, was not cutting anything up until right there. So which means trace it. That goes from here going down. I must be having hatches. Then from here going up, I mustn't have hatch. The section faster. So remember, we section using 45 degrees. Our hatches, they're supposed to be equally spaced at an angle of 45 degrees. Where is our question? So this is it. So our hatches is going to, we'll section here, there it goes. Remember, from here till here is supposed to disappear. Section, there it goes. We do not section on top of a dark line. We do not section on top of a dark line. We do not section on top of a chain or hidden line. Once I meet that line, I have to know that it's supposed to disappear or I stop. You get my point. So this one, we've analyzed it, it's going to disappear. Section, that goes. From here till here, disappear. That goes. From here till here, disappears solid. You understand? So here, we do not section here. Why? Because of it's a supporter. So we do not section a supporter when it's cutted it along its height. How? Double check the cutting plane of the full section that talks about the full sectional front view. So it's going to be engaged from here till here. However, it's still not cutting anything from here till down. So this one, what is this one in your front view is this and it. So actually this one that I'm pointing is this one. So where is this one? It's beyond this. Where is this? There are two and it. Where is this particular one? It's beyond this. At the back there. If you want to expose it, we have to twist it up until it comes to third angle orthographic projection. However, it's still going to be like this. Even your right view is still going to be like this. You understand? So now the section. So I'll decide to start here. Equal spaced. So it's already coming here. There it goes. It's already coming here. Already there, already right here, right there, right there. Then you continue, equalize them. That goes. Yeah. Equalize them. That goes, my brother. That goes. Don't spoil your work. End up sectioning where don't have to section. So that goes. Just a little bit there. That goes. Just a little bit there. That goes. Man, this is it. Everyone. So now, should they say time up inside the examination center, you have through to teach and stand, so your 8 marks you guarantee in your pocket. You understand? So now when you draw the left, you have to be a little bit faster, quicker than the time when you were drawing your front. Okay, so now let's draw the what you call a full sectional left view on a cutting plane AA. So it doesn't mean that when the question say a full sectional, everything's supposed to be in sectioning. You understand? No, it's not supposed to play. You just follow the cutting plane. You just follow the cutting plane. You understand? Okay, so now let's trace the cutting plane. So if the hex, so actually let me highlight it like this. Let me mark it like this for you. Let me mark it like this so that you understand it better. This one, remember, this is the print out, so it's a little bit skewed. Look, my brother. So this XX actually, this X was supposed to be dimension there. If I was the examiner, I was going to put it up there. You understand? Because this hexo was actually engaged from this point. However, it was not cutting anything. So from here till down there was not cutting anything, which means this gap that goes supposed to remain the way as you see it. You understand? You do not have to have any hatch from here till here. That goes trace it where there by your left view. You do not have to have anything that side because of the hex was not cutting anything from here till there. Everyone. And then from here till right there, the hex was then cutting, was then in action. So, however, but there was another hole. So from there till there, the hex was cut it. From there till there, I'm lying. From here till there, cut it. From here till it didn't cut. It's a hole, and it. Then from here till there, it cut it. So, which means I will have to section, which is something like this. Remember, we did explain, and it. We did explain it, and it. So now let's draw. So why am I seems to be tracing the cutting plane? So that as I'm about to draw the left, those lines that they will disappear, I don't even draw them. So from here till it will remain, from here till it will remain. This one already draw it. Remember your center, they must always exceed your drawing. So you cannot just leave a center line like this. A center must always exceed the drawing, my brother. Okay, so this one, let's go. This one, solid till way, till right here, because it's actually, there it goes, and it. So, then again from here, till right there. So, what did we set? We set what seems to be a hidden, it will then be drawn dark. So, from there till the dark, from here till the dark, then this supporter is going to disappear from here till right here. It will disappear. You understand? Because this one actually talks about it still says this is an outside left view. You understand? So it's a left view, and it's that supporter. You understand? Is the one, this particular one that I'm pointing is the one that's going to go out with an off cut. Understand? So from here they go, it will disappear. So it's very much important to trace and understand the cutting plane, my brother. You get me? You understand? So that you don't spend your time inside the examination center drawing what is you don't have to draw. You understand? So now it's going to come this side just to repeat, since I have been correlated its dimension. Okay, now I can come and be like, okay, from here till here, they say it's 25. So and I'm having the vertical center. Say 2,5 divided by 2, which is 12.5. This side 12.5, this side 12.5, and it. So I can do it. I can even do it here. This is 10, 11, 12.5, which is between 12 and what? And 13, and it. So I'll just mark it 25 and mark it 0. You understand? Then from there, I can just have a vertical constructional line and another one That goes. And this is going to be a sharp corner. It's going to be a sharp corner. It won't be like a little bit of a curve, you understand? It's going to be a sharp corner. So super straightforward. So that goes. There it goes. Okay, once I get that, even up there is going to be a sharp corner, sharp corner. Is it a sharp corner? There it goes. There it goes. Everyone. But then remember, this one has to be then exposed. Yeah. So if we remember, we cut to separate. So if we cut these these pieces, I mean this piece, there will be now two. You throw away this one, the one that is beyond. So this corner, this point, that go is this one. So which means from here till here, I have to have it solid, my brother. Solid. Why? Because of this one, this part, it should be a little bit back. Who's telling you that? It's your front view. It's your front view. Airborne. So now you can come back and have this one dark. Now remember, it was given as hidden, but now it's what? Solid. Airborne. Then now we can draw this the way as you can see it, my brother. So now I'm going to say 1 millimeter this side, 1 millimeter this side, because they set this off a gap of 2 millimeter. So it's going to 1 millimeter this side, 1 millimeter this side. Faster. So this, there is it. There is it. Very close. Then from there, just get the vertical constructional line. Okay, so I can come back and extend this one. That goes, so that now I can get this one nicely. That goes. You draw this one the way you see it, my brother. So but thickness ganga kina ga 7 millimeter. So allows 7. So allows 7. And get. It seems to be a little bit too far away from me. I can just use a drawing compass, even though it's taking time. This 5, 6, 7. This is it. So from here till here 7. Then from here till here another 7. So then from here solid and solid. Then I can now construct it down to right there, construct it down to right there, down to right there, and the postal again go clear. I've just spoiled my work. You see this thing of drawing during the night. Okay, excuse me for that. So I can come back and have this one solid, my brother. This one solid. Remember I said before we draw it faint till here, because of we're still not quite sure what is happening this side. Just a repeat, just a repeat like this. Then now we have to take this one, this circumferences of this one towards my left view, towards our left view. Where is it? Where is it? This one? No, not this one, but this one. There it goes. There it goes. So it will be still. Let me see if we cut like this. Yes, it should be hidden. This like this. Like this. But if the instructions say do not show any hidden details, don't do it. You understand? If they say no hidden details is necessary, which means if you do them, if you show them, they are not going to penalize you. You understand? If they say do not, so do not have them. You understand? But if you have time, you can just have them. Let me see if we, yeah, this one's supposed to be dark. It's going to be dark to the right. Yeah. To the right, yeah. But there it's a gap. Inside there, that gap, let me make it clear, visible. That okay, it's a gap, my brother. Okay, so then we can section. Your hatches, they has to be equally spaced to your front view. The hatches of your left view has to be equally spaced to your front view, and same direction. Supposed to be equally spaced, because this is one component machine. It's not like two different, like the way we do in assemble drawing. You understand? So if you section in facing the other side, now you are simply saying this is another component of a machine. Is they are now different. Your hatches, if you decided to make them clockwise in the other view, which is your left or top, they're supposed to be in the same direction, equally spaced. Okay, what I'm trying to say. There it goes. You see, it's already coming up there. There it goes. 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 Okay, that is it. Okay, so now draw the third view. Draw the third view, whereby majority of the people, they tend to fumble here. So the very first thing that I'm gonna do here, I'll look at the bottom right hand corner, of my front view, which is that one, and it. Then from that corner, my brother, what I'm gonna do, I'll take this line, this one. I'll take this line at an angle of 45 degrees. There it goes. Then I'll take all the lines that are behaving vertical there by my left view. Once they touch this line, I then take them horizontally. This one, there it goes, there it goes. Now followed by this one, it's already there. Take it horizontally. This one's already there. There is another one, which is this one. And to touch here, take it horizontally. Then that goes, which is this one. Take it horizontally. Then the center. You understand? Then the center doesn't change its state. Still the center. I wanted us to do another one, but time. Then from there, I can take this one again, that goes. Take this one again, that goes. Take this one again. Take this one again. Once they touch this line of 45 degrees, then I can take them horizontally. That goes. That goes. It goes. That goes. So how about the one of your front view? They will be just constructed vertically, all of them down. So these ones, are they necessary? They are not. These ones, they are not. Why? Because of they are beyond the cutting plane. It goes all of them beyond the cutting plane. Remember, some of them we just remember the center. I said to you, must always exceed your drawing. You cannot just have a center that is ending within your view. Must always exceed your what? Your drawing. So even this one, very much important. This one, take it. This one, take it. This one, you take it. Everyone. This one, that goes. This one, that goes. This one, that goes. So the one you started, it goes. Okay, so you are going to learn something that when we draw the missing view, we do not record any dimension. We do not record any dimension. So what I'm going to do, I'll first start with what is going to be in sectioning. So it's very much important like that. Remember, the question said 2.3, a full sectional top view on the cutting plane AYY, not AAYY. So why not, don't be intimidated by the word full and think that everything's supposed to be inside. No, so it's not like that. You only trace the cutting plane. So this YY, my brother, so from here till here is cutted. From here till here it's a gap. From here till here it cutted. You understand? So which means trace this portion down and trace this portion down first of all. Okay, this YY, where is it in our front? Is that one? Is this one? And it. So that goes. So I know what, okay, from here till here I must be having a line, a hatch here, and it. But then I can trace this. What is this one? I can trace the very same point, directing it, because now I want to get this point. Let me be slow. I want to get this point on my top view. So when I'm tracing it, I can see that, okay, it's along this line, but I don't know whether here or here or here or here. I'll firstly go like this. That goes. Switch one. That goes. Once it touches here, it's gonna then come to this side. We didn't took it. It's supposed to take in like this. We didn't took it. It's supposed to be taken. Do it. I want simple like that. There it goes. Even this one, there it goes. Once it touches 45 degrees, there it goes. So which means I've already gotten that point, which is this one. Then this, the very same point, it has got its length from here till here. So from here till here, that goes, which means I'm having a point right here. So which means I can have this one solid. This is what I'm going to see when I'm taking a closer look on its top view. I'm firstly drawing what is going to be exposed, dark. You understand? So from here till here is that one. From here till here. How did I knew that is this one? It's not that one. It's not this one. It's not this one. It's not that one. I firstly take this point. You can even do it with this one. I take this point. Okay, it's this one. Along this one, right? The hexo started to cut triangle. So I'll trace these points. That goes. Once it touches the vertical center line, you can come like this. When you are now coming like this, do you see that you're gonna get to the bottom one? But on this one, then from there we went like this. That goes. Once it touched the vertical center, horizontal center line, then we went vertically down. That goes from here. That goes. Yeah, that's how we trace a missing view. So up until I got it like this. So now from here till here is that one. From here till there. So to get this other one, as much as they are horizontal there by our front view, which means even in our top they're supposed to be in the same line. So from here till here is still in the same line. So I'll just trace it down. So you see that one, my brother. So from here till there, it's good as if I'm moving from here till there. Everyone trace it down. It's that one. So I can have it solid. Okay, solid. What is happening here? Solid till way. This is the point. How did I trace it? I went like this and it. From there, I came back like this. So now I'm gonna do the same thing, but now going the other side, the other way around. Remember, we went like this from there and it. Now I'm gonna go the other way around. That goes, which is this one. And it. Once it touches the 45 degrees, I'll take it horizontally. It goes. Then now it's going to be of the very same length. Remember, it's the front. So which means I have a point here from here till right here. and from here to right there. A1. Then from there, I can now close as much as I can see there by my front view, which means even here I can close it. Dark and dark and dark and dark. We do not record any dimension when we draw the missing view, the third view. We do not record. We use the two given information to get the missing one. You understand? Okay. So now, am I going to draw a section all of this, maybe from here till here? Am I going to section all of this? Because, like as I've said, that okay, this what you call YY cutting plane, it started to cut from here till there. From here till there, didn't cut it. Then from here till there, it will cut. Okay, so what is going to happen now? I'll have to take a closer look again. Double check that, okay, this egg YY, if it's saturated in my front, let's say it was saturated in my left, it was still going to be still on the very same horizontal line. But from here till here, it won't be cutting anything. So trace this gap. There it goes, there it goes, there it goes. From here, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Everyone, simple, straightforward. That's how we trace the cutting plane. Let me repeat that. This cutting plane is, if it's like this in your front view, on your left it will be still from here till here. But however, from here till here, the hexo didn't cut it anything. So trace that portion. Trace it, trace it, trace it. From here, trace it, trace it. Do you see that is this one? Is this one? This one. So you do not have to have any hatch here. So the hexo started to cut from here till here. Here's the blade. From here till here. From here till here, it's a hole. From here till here, it will cut. Understand? Oh, double check here. You have to come and have it dark here, dark here. And it. Don't forget. You see how slow I am? Very slow. And then this one just a little bit dark here. Okay, so let's come back. From here till here, it will cut. So trace that thickness that it will be cutted. That goes, that goes, that goes, that goes. And the touch here is this one. So which means it's this part. Everyone. So which means I have to have a solid line like this and another one like that. You understand? So from here till here, it's a hole. Trace this hole. This one, that goes, that goes, that goes, that goes. Trace it nicely. It's this one. That goes, that goes, that goes. From here, come back, come back, come back. Which means I will have another one here, this point. So the hexo will start to cut again from here to right there. So that thickness will trace it, my brother. Trace it, which is this one from here to right there. Until even this other side. Everyone. So simple, straightforward. So from here till here, the hexo will be cutting. From here till here, it won't be cutting. So which means in your top view, this is what is going to be in sectioning. Then you section. So remember, we said your hatches at the same direction, equally spaced with the rest of the other views, my brother. There it goes. So timing there. That goes, that goes, that goes, that goes, there you go, there you go, there you go. I will check your T-square. Remember that your Z-square must be always running along your T-square, isn't it? Your T-square head, its head against your drawing table or your drawing board. There it goes. So this other side, so to start here, that goes, that goes, goes, just a little bit there, a little bit there. Just a little bit there. Okay. This is what is going to be in sectioning, my brother. Only this there by your top view. There by your top view. Then you have to come back and double check what is going to happen now. So because this is supposed to be connected with some other points, you understand? Only this when we are tracing the cutting plane of your YY. So if we cut from here till there, so this one is going to be under your cutting plane. So trace it down, trace it down, trace it down, trace it down. Once it touches there, it's gonna go, which is this one. So from here till here, I would have drew it as hidden from here till here, but along the line of along your hatchet surface, you do not put anything. You cannot draw a hidden line here. Assuming the certain outside top view with hidden details, this line from here till here was going to be hidden, but from here till here it will be then exposed. Understand? Which one is this one? It's this one. Remember, from here till here is that one from here till here. So under this one I have that point. So we're gonna trace it. Once it touches there it goes. So it's the one that will be connecting this one, you understand, with that. So on the other side is going to be come down like this, up until to this one, then comes down, come down, which is this one. Then from here till there it's not there, but from here till there it's right, it's there. Everyone, simple like that, my brother. And then what is going to happen now? You remember this one. When you put your eyes, when you're on top, looking at the top, looking this left view on its top, this part you're still going to see it, you understand? Still going to see it. That is why you have to show it. So remember, we started like this from here, that goes, isn't it? Then we came to this one. Then now we'll come down to this part, which is this one. Now trace it, that goes. Now what is this? Is it going to be dark from here till here? What I know that is this point is along this one. But I don't know whether is it going to be dark, like close dark here or dark there. Who's going to tell you or guide you is what is your front view. So this point is that one, corresponding with that one, isn't it? So which means I'll go like this. Once it touches there, comes like this, that goes. Once it touches there, go down. So which means it's this point. Then this one, trace it from there, that goes from here, that goes from there, come down, which means it's that one. So I can have solid, just like this. And then what I've done here, so now remember it was this point is this one, this point is that one. So it has got its breadth or width. So from here till here, so which means I'll go down from there, that goes up until, which means it's this one and that one. So I can have it solid again. Everyone. So now, and close it like this, close it like this, close it like this, close it like that. So this is it. Then you submit your work. Did they say they add the title block beneath the layout, the title block as well as the scale and the title of the drawing beneath the layout? They didn't say anything like that. So you submit your work like this. You don't draw a projection symbol, wasting your time inside the examination center. You won't be drawing the title, the scale beneath the layout, like as you are used. You don't do all those things unless the question tells you to do that. You don't waste your time. We've got some other questions that you have to look at. You understand? So thank you very much, guys. That was Mr. Course for Engineering Construction Design. But for that, we're doing engineering drawing N3 under the topic of sectional drawing, inverse and orthographic projection. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the video you are watching at that particular time. Please comment, and very much important, subscribe and gift, especially to talkers. gift. All right, guys, that was it. See you